I've been helping people navigate Medicare for over a decade, but what's happening right now is unlike anything I've seen. Premiums are exploding, benefits are shrinking, and entire companies are walking away from the Medicare market. And yes, I just joined Medicare myself, so I had to face the same decision that you're about to make. In this video, I'll show you the forces creating this perfect storm and what you can do to protect yourself right now from the trend of higher prices and lower benefits. Hi, I'm Matthew Clausen with Medigap Seminars Insurance Agency. We specialize in helping people with their Medicare and retirement needs across the country. Reach out to us for personalized guidance at no cost to you. Plus, show us your appreciation for this video by pressing the like icon, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Since early 2024, some Medicare supplement premiums have jumped by over 60%. Several insurance companies like Aetna, Accendo, Allstate, ACEs, Combined Insurance, Transamerica, Humana Achieve, which are the Humana plans managed by Integrity Marketing, the Manhattan Life, Americo Financial, AmeriHealth, Federal Life Health, Pan America, Lumico, Woodman's Health, and I'm sure there are other companies, but all of these, they left because they were losing too much money, and even increasing premiums were not solving the problem. In a video I did last year, I showed this statistic provided by GenRE in their annual Medicare Supplement Insurance Companies survey. It shows that insurance companies in 2023 were losing 5.9%, basically 6% on their newly issued Medicare supplement plans. But when they closed the pool down, they could increase prices significantly, and they could convert that 6% loss to a 3% profit through higher prices. Those stats have gotten much worse for 2024, as insurance companies were losing 8.1% on newly issued Medicare supplement plans and also 2.7% on the older closed plans, even after huge price increases. When the 2025 numbers are released, it's expected to be even worse. Even after price increases, insurance companies are losing money. I explain the mechanics of all of this in my video on the huge price increases. Check that out if you really want to understand exactly how this happened. So what happens when insurance companies or any company can't compete in a marketplace and make a profit? First, they raise prices. Then if that doesn't solve the problem, they leave. And this is happening in birthday rule states across the country especially, but in every state across the country with Medicare Supplement and Medicare Advantage plans. This chart illustrates the number of insurance companies offering Medicare Supplement plans in the United States. The peak was in 2020, and the steady decline since then is simply because the insurance companies are not making a profit. There's no sense in being in business if you can't generate a profit. Fewer insurance companies means less competition. Less competition leads to higher prices. Just to be clear, because at every age level we see people on the internet complaining about health insurance price increases and accuse the insurance companies of profiteering. They're not tying in the fact that more people are having medical issues that the insurance company must pay for. Many health insurance companies are losing money. Some are getting out of the healthcare and Medicare business. And you don't exit a profitable business. You exit the businesses where you're losing money. Meanwhile, Medicare Advantage plans are cutting benefits and raising out-of-pocket limits. Now, this chart shows on the bottom that Medicare Advantage plans had previously offered benefits that were, on average, worth about $22 a month more than original Medicare. For 2024 and 2025, that's dropped to almost $16 a month less than original Medicare. The 2026 numbers are expected to show, again, a decline to an even lower level. Industry analysts say that 2026 could mark the first year in a decade that Medicare Advantage plan market is actually shrinking. More than 1 million people are losing their Advantage plans as we transition into 2026. And just like last year, some will qualify for guarantee issue rights into Medicare Supplement plans, but many won't even know it. Now, let's talk about where this storm really started to spin out of control with Medicare Part D. The Inflation Reduction Act sounded great to a politician who believes there's actually such a thing as a free lunch. Capped out-of-pocket drug costs for seniors, which sounds great, but what it really did is it shifted also the cost burden from the pharmaceutical companies and placed it straight onto the shoulders of the insurance companies. So that single change, or it's double change, of an arbitrary price cap for Medicare Part D expenditures, which sounds great, and then placing that financial burden onto the insurance companies, hit the insurers hard. In 2023, we had 15 companies offering Part D plans, most with 3 options each. For 2026, there are only 6 companies offering Part D prescription drug plans, and some offer only 1 plan. And only Humana, as far as I know, still has 3 plans. Part D premiums on many plans are up more than 100%, and nearly all of the remaining carriers have slashed or eliminated agent compensation. Only 2 Part D insurance companies still work with Medicare agents like ourselves. As such, we can no longer advise on most of the Part D plans out there. Medicare rules state specifically that an agent cannot discuss the details of a Part D plan unless they're also contracted and appointed with that company. That's how the Inflation Reduction Act costs shift rippled through the whole system. First, Part D, then Medicare Advantage plans that have the bundled Part D, and then the Medigap plans through the guarantee issue migration, and its domino effect explains why so many plans are collapsing at once. This is a Medicare storm, and if you've ever been caught in a hurricane or a blizzard, you know that feeling it seems like it'll never end and it'll destroy everything in its path. But the storms do end, and the sun comes out again and the sky clears. And this is where we are right now in the middle of the storm. It's ugly, but it'll pass. This storm started with skyrocketing medical claims following the events of 2020, the government reactions to it. Insurance companies began paying more in claims than they were collecting in premiums. In this chart, the green bars are medical claims. So then came a flood of new Medicare Supplement insurers, many from the property and casualty world jumping into Medicare because they saw Medicare as lower risk, because the property and casualty insurance companies were facing significant increased property and casualty claims from the riots and looting destroying the stores in many cities during 2020 and 2021. But that sudden competition increase forced prices too low. Companies had to take losses just to stay competitive. Now, I discussed this in great detail in my recent video on huge price increases. And you might also want to hear what I have to say about birthday rules and the damage that they do as well. And I'm going to link that above and below as well, my birthday rule video. It was the first to point out how harmful they are to consumers. So next came the Inflation Reduction Act, which shifted prescription drug costs from pharmaceutical manufacturers to insurance companies, placed an arbitrary cap on consumer expenses, and that really was the tipping point. And then came the state-sponsored birthday rules, which I just mentioned, forcing the Medicare Supplement companies to accept applications regardless of health, combined with the guarantee issue transitions, of course, from Advantage plans as well, as people left their Advantage plans on a guarantee issue basis and got Medicare Supplement plans. And that whole thing flooded the supplement market with high-cost policyholders. Each of these political actions may have had good intentions, but together they created the perfect storm of rising prices and declining benefits. Now, Medicare Advantage plans are under similar pressure. Rising claims, reduced funding, and new regulations have cut their benefits dramatically. Now that I'm on Medicare myself, I wanted a plan that would limit my exposure to the price hikes and still protect me against major medical costs and protect me from the reduced benefits that you see in Advantage plans. So I chose an innovative Plan G, and I'll explain why. The innovative Plan G acts like a high deductible Plan G for the first few years and then converts to a standard Plan G, but without converting the premium to the higher rate. It gives me flexibility, predictable costs, and lower premium increases over my lifetime. Even with a lower cost plan like the high deductible or innovative G, one major hospital visit could still max out the deductible. And that's why I paired my plan with two simple but powerful additions: a hospital indemnity plan and a cancer protection plan. The hospital indemnity plan pays you cash when you're admitted to a hospital. That money can go straight towards your deductible or other expenses. The cash benefit is paid to you, not the hospital. The cancer protection plan pays you a tax-free lump sum upon diagnosis. Now, I chose a $50,000 plan from Mutual of Omaha. That's peace of mind. It means that I can hire a caregiver, the money's there if I need it, or I can travel for treatment. I can do all of that without touching my savings. Historically, the high deductible plan is shielded from the extreme price increases because unhealthy people tend to avoid high deductibles. And the cancer plan and the hospital indemnity plan are priced like an issue age policy. There may be price increases, but they're few and far between. So yes, the Medicare market is in a storm, but it's a temporary one. There are ways to navigate it safely and even come out ahead. And if you're feeling uncertain or overwhelmed by all of this, that's exactly why my team exists. We are here to help you understand your options, compare your state's rules, and find a plan that protects you from this chaos. If you found this helpful, please click that like button and subscribe, and check out my videos, The Truth About the Huge Medicare Price Increases. That'll be linked below. And my innovative Plan G review for a deeper dive. I'm Matthew Clausen with Medigap Seminars Insurance Agency. Thanks for watching, and remember, the sun always comes out after a storm.